All right, well, we've got Bill on the line. Bill, let's go ahead and take your question here. Can we bring Bill up? Bill, how can we help you tonight?
Okay, I just wanted to know if you have a legitimate case against the local hospital. I've been told that you're better off to use an out-of-town attorney because local attorneys don't like to get involved with local hospitals, and you should look for somebody that specializes in medical malpractice.
Well, Bill, if it's a medical malpractice claim and it's against the local hospital, our firm takes those cases, and there may be other firms that don't want to take those cases. Is it better to go out of town? Give us a call. Let's go through all of the different things that might be there. The issue that comes up from time to time is whether or not there's a conflict with a doctor in particular. We don't represent the hospitals, so there's no conflict with the hospitals. We don't represent the doctors either, but the doctors may be treating some of our other clients. So if let's say that we have doctors that are treating a client, it doesn't necessarily rise to a professional conflict, but it's a very uncomfortable conflict. And so, Bill, what we do is we evaluate each and every case, and then if it does look like that you would be better served by an attorney out of town, we will, of course, make the appropriate connection with you and that attorney, but that's not necessarily so. Right now, we've got ongoing cases against Bay Medical Center. Well, I'm not supposed to mention names, I guess. The local hospitals.
It's technically not called that anymore,
yeah,
so
so
good.
I'm good. It's technically not called that. You're correct. But I do the medical malpractice in the firm, and we have ongoing cases against many of the hospitals in the area. And over in Tallahassee, Pensacola, I think I've even got 2 cases up in Houston County, Alabama right now against the hospitals going on up there. So the adage is you got to get out of town in the event. Yes and no, but at least reach out to the law firms that do medical malpractice. Ours is one of them. We'll be happy to talk with you. It's a free consult, and after that conversation, if you're uncomfortable and you feel like it's best to go out of town, there's no harm, no foul in that, and then you can go out of town, and we can even give you some attorneys that practice in the area of medical malpractice. There are a lot of lawyers who put medical malpractice on their website, and they do not practice medical malpractice. I promise you that, because we get calls, from those law firms, but also we get calls saying so-and-so held my case for many, many months, didn't order records, didn't have a review done. Usually, if we're holding a case for a period of time, we're trying to get the records or trying to get a review done by an expert witness. And so, in the state of Florida, with medical malpractice claims, we still have to go through something called a pre-suit process, Bill. And what that means is we have to order the records. We have to have an affidavit from another doctor or a nurse that says what the doctor or the nurse did was below the acceptable standard of care and caused your injury or made your injury worse. And it's not as simple as it seems. In fact, I've got one case that I had under review. Just spoke with the expert on Friday, and he dismantled my case the way that I was viewing it. And I've been doing these kinds of cases for over 30 years. And so, and I said, all right, well, that's why you hire the experts. And that's also the reason why in the state of Florida that they have that. You don't want a lawyer making that decision. You need to have another doctor making that decision. And so you have to go through the pre-suit process. And then after the pre-suit process, then you make the determination based upon many factors during the pre-suit process whether or not you proceed forward with a lawsuit. So, Bill, we'll be happy to talk with you. It's a free consult. It's free all the way up until the time we are able to collect for you, and at that point it's a contingency fee. But if there's no recovery, like I'm going to have to tell a family this week that probably not going to be able to help them, and even though we've spent thousands of dollars in expert review and thousands of dollars of in-house time and thousands of dollars in ordering medical records, it's no case, at least from the view of our expert witnesses. So great question, Bill, because a lot of people do feel that way. That's not necessarily the case. But make sure that you reach out to somebody who does do medical malpractice, and they'll do an honest review for you. And if again, they'll feel comfortable going out of town, then we address that face to face and take care of each individual case.